Welcome to Greendialer-Training. In this lesson, I am going to explain how campaign management works. We have a feature which we call campaign navigation. This is simply a drop-down located on most pages of the site that allow you to change campaigns. Right here, you can see we have about 9 campaigns on this account. And to switch campaigns, I'd simply select the campaign I want to switch to and click Submit. Now, it's important to know what's actually happening here is that your current campaign is changing. And always be aware that your current campaign is the campaign for which you're making sentence changes to all your local areas of the account. And I'm going to explain that in just a second. So if you notice, let's do this again. Let's go to Live Campaign 2. And when I hit Submit, this is going to change to Live Campaign 2. See? Okay. So I can navigate all over the site. I'm always going to be in Live Campaign 2. Unless I switch, I'm always going to just stay right there. So I can go to the call flow. And right now I'm gonna explain to you the local areas of your campaign so you understand what sentence changes you can do from each campaign. So the first major change would be anything under the call flow section is which relates to your audio files. And whatever you have selected for audio files, we can put right here. You'll notice that some of those are not being used, and that's just because they're not part of your campaign call flow. But all your WAV files can be entered right here under call flow. And since you're under Live Campaign 2, then just understand that all the WAV files you add in are going to go into this campaign. If you don't want to put them in this campaign, you can switch to another campaign by just coming over to finding a select campaign box and just go into a different campaign. Okay, so the next type of sentence change you have for a campaign is your database. So all the options under database management, which would be import dial list, export dial list, delete dial list, scrub dial list, and reset call results, everything under database management is local to this campaign. So if you want to manage a different campaign, you need to switch the drop-down box and click Submit. Okay, so then the next sentence change that you should be aware of is everything under campaign options. This would include your schedule, which schedule you have set, your date ranges, and also under configure campaign, it would include your caller ID, your caller display name. And if you have a live transfer campaign, let's select one right now. You'll notice it also includes a transfer number. In caller display name, you may not have the ability to change this information. It's actually very limited feature that doesn't work on all networks. So we have disabled it for most customers. But again, if you do have this option, it's local to the campaign you see right here. Now, the next type of change that is local to your account, which is the most important, is your line assignments, which is under telephony area. And these are the lines you've assigned to the campaign. You notice here we have 110 lines assigned on this dialer. So if I was to switch to a different campaign, then watch this. We have 0 lines assigned in this dialer for this particular campaign. So Live Campaigns 2 has no lines assigned on IVR1, which is the only IVR added to this particular account. So if you want to get a status, the global status, which is explained in a different video, is on your campaigns page, and this would tell you how many assigned lines you have on all your campaigns at one time. But right now, pretty much what I want to explain is just your local data, and that does conclude your local data. There is viewable data, such as your summary, and such as campaign reports, which is specific to your campaigns also. But on this lesson, I'm pretty much explaining configuration changes, as those are related very closely to your management. It's what drives your whole management system, actually. So the other type of data now that I want to cover for you is your DNC center. This is global data. You notice there's not even a campaign switcher on this area because you're always going to be in the same area here. This is global to all your campaigns. It doesn't matter what campaign is loaded here. If you import a list, export a list, or delete a list, it's going to be done for the national DNC. If you import a list, export a list, delete a list, it's going to be done for the in-house DNC across your whole account. There is only one very small exception, and that is that we had customers that wanted to be able to scrub their dial list separately from the in-house or national. To solve this problem, we added a scrub dial list button on the DNC Center, which will allow you to scrub this campaign only against the DNC data located in the system. We also have a DNC scrubber built into database management, which will scrub against both your in-house and your national. That's under database management. This is the common feature, but the exception, if you need a tighter, feature where you only use one of the two DNC lists, then you can use this feature right here. So this will be covered in another video, but I felt it needed an explanation while I was going over local and global data, so you understand how this whole system works. Now, when your status bar tells you that your campaign is live campaigns too, it's just very important that you know that all the data that you're managing is for that campaign. The only way to manage data in a different campaign is to use any campaign navigation button we have, which you'll notice they're located pretty much on every page of the site. If I'm switching through all the pages here, it's not right here on this page, but I believe if you come to schedule campaign, here it is. It's right here. So you can use that to switch your campaigns. And this concludes this lesson. Thank you.